It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys' athletic linebacker, who just continues to produce as he approaches 80 tackles for the season. It's the Cowboys and the Texans on
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. And we are underway from Houston. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. At the 19-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 3rd down at 6. Back to throw. Pryor. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another shot?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's May. And that is incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Operating from the gun. Pryor. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. His first catch good for 8 and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Pryor. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Cowboys offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. To throw, it's May. It's caught. Here's Langford. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. May. And he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. May. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. That'll be caught by Parker. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. To the air, May. This complete to Langford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll throw with May. A quick throw, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing here is May. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Pryor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1.
And that is incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll drop to throw.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7.
In motion, the tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. From the shotgun, it's May.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion right. 2nd and 11. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Pryor to the right side, complete to Taylor. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Pryor.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the gun, it's May.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Pryor eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This pass left side to Downs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, he's got Parker. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
It's 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pryor.
That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's May.
And he slings one that's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Looking to throw, May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pryor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again.
Over the middle, caught by London.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw with May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
To the air, May.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't give points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing here is May.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. From the shotgun, May with it.
Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. They go play action now. May. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. The tight end in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. From the shotgun, it's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Ball on to give up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. Ball again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down, Pryor. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And they go play action with May. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys
Through the middle of the field.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Throwing to start the drive. Pryor.
And this taken in by Downs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Pryor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. In motion, right one of the tight ends. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. Back now here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. From the gun, it's May. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 12 more yards there and another first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Here's May. This complete to Langford. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. To throw, it's May. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Looking to throw, May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Here's Langford. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll throw with May. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. To the air, May. Touchdown, Cowboys! From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Pryor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to throw. Pryor. That complete to Downs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing here is May. And a quick throw here, that's complete. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the shotgun, May with it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big under pressure. They got him again. Here we go. This is 4th down. Finding Watkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. Pryor. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Looking to throw. Pryor. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Pryor. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the